Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. If you're an old friend, thanks again for coming back and supporting me. Today I want to do a flip through on my son's new Bible studies book. This is something we're going to add to his curriculum. He does have Bible studies with the curriculum he's doing, but this is going to be more in detail. Now, I did my research on this, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and this book came up a lot. So I figured I will buy it and try it. This is by Apologia, and it's written by John Hay and David Webb, and it's Who is God? And can I really know him? All right. So I'm going to do a flip through so you guys will get an idea what's inside, because I have no clue what's inside. I just went by recommendations and videos that I watch. So we're going to go through the textbook, and we're going to also go through the notebooking journal. All right. We're going to do the textbook first. And this is supposed to be a set. It goes together. This is like a workbook to the Bible studies book, which I think is great, and it's age appropriate. This is for kids age 6 through 14. Tells you on the back. All right. So, but I'm pretty sure whatever is in here as adults, we could also learn from it too. Okay, because just because it says a certain age group does not mean that it does not go beyond it. Now, for younger kids, they probably can't grasp all the information, and the activities might be too advanced for them. But if you're older than 14, I think you could still use this. Okay, so enjoy the flip through. Okay, guys, so here we go. These are the two books. This one is the notebook journal, and this one is the actual book. Okay, so we're going to go through the book first, and I am doing this with one hand. So it's by Apologia. Who is God, and can I really know him? That's a great question. I actually think it's a great title for this book. Anyway, so first you have the table of contents. Now the lessons, and again, I haven't been through this book, so I'm gonna have to read through a little bit to see how I'm gonna do this, because it seems like lesson 1 is a few pages. Okay, so obviously that's not a one-day thing. Okay, because I want us to really absorb what we're learning. Okay, and this is not only class. So lesson 1, it says, where am I building my life? Okay, excuse me. Let's back up. First, we're going to check out how to use this book. That's the first thing we need to do, is how to use this book. Then you go, we're going to flip through, but I'm just going to go through the different lessons. So lesson 1 is, where am I building my life? Lesson 2, how can I know what's true? Okay. Lesson 3, what is God like? Part 1. What is God like? Part 2. And you have the different subtitles, but I'm not going to go through all of that. Lesson 5, who are the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? A lot of people don't even know that. So this is going to be good. All right. And there's prayer. I'm just going through God is Lord. There's prayer. I'm going to flip through the book. Lesson 6, if God created the world, why isn't it perfect? That's a lot of questions that a lot of kids may have. 7, why did God create me? 8, will God meet all my needs? Lesson 9, why does sin keep me from knowing God? Lesson 10, who is Jesus the only way? Is Jesus the only way to God? Let me say that again, lesson 10, because this is very important, guys. Is Jesus the only way to God? What do you think? All right, and that's the lesson 10. So there's 10 lessons. But again, there's several pages. So I know that's not a one-day thing. Now, some people might, but I'm not going to rush it because I think this is going to be an awesome book. All right, so here we go. The first part of this book tells you how to use this book. And I'm not going to go through everything. And I'm trying to read from my phone because I'm like looking at the book and I just want to make sure I'm still focusing. And it goes to explain to you how to use a book. Then they tell you what kind of Bible they're using, the NIV, which I don't really think it matters. I do have that Bible also just to make it easier to follow. But I like to read different Bibles. So even though it says NIV, I'll take out the King James and whatever other Bible I have several Bibles. That's another video. And then notebooking. It tells you how to use the notebook, and we're going to go through that one also. I'm also going to do a flip through on that one after I'm done with this book. Okay, so this is very good because instead of taking notes in this, you have the other book, because it's just like reading your Bible. I take notes sometimes in my Bible or in another notebook, but to me, when it's there in one place, I think that's good also. Then it tells you about the lesson structure. And then it gives you, this is what's in each lesson. There we go. So you have the big idea. Each lesson opens with an introduction to the main topic of the lesson and a brief overview of what the student has learned up to this point. Then you have what you will do. And this section states the learning objectives for the lesson. Then you have a short story. Then you have think about it. Then you have words you need to know, which is good. You're going to get a little vocabulary in here. Hide it in your heart. And I'm just going to read a little part of this. It says, although the Bible is quoted extensively throughout the book, each lesson identifies 2 specific Bible memory verses to be written in the child's notebook. So that's good. You're getting handwriting also. Then you have integrated learning. What should I do? And then you have a prayer. So each lesson has a prayer. That is good. Then you have world view study. Then you have house of truth. And I'm not really going to go through each section. And then here is an intro to the lesson, and this is the lesson plan. So it says each lesson is designed to be flexible and adaptable to your family's needs. Organize the lessons into a schedule that works for you and your child. Here is a sample lesson plan to consider based on schedule of 2 weeks per lesson, 3 days a week. That is not bad, actually. So they have it broken up. This is week 1. So day 1, you read this section, actually both sections, and read the short story and discuss it. Then you discuss the questions in the think about section. So then day 2, you could study words you need to know, memorize, hide it in your heart's verses, read sidebar articles and do activities, write or draw in the notebook about what was studied. Then you have day 3, read and discuss first half of the main lesson, notebook, the make a note of it activities, and then write or draw in the notebook about what was studied. Then you have day 4, read and discuss second half of the main lesson, notebook, the make a note of it activities, and then write down or draw in the notebook about what was studied. And so on, you go to day 5 and day 6, and then it also tells you additional teaching materials. A few lessons contains activities that requires advanced planning. A list of material for these activities has been provided with each activity. So I'm gonna go through here. So this is still telling you how to use a book. Why should you teach worldwide view? And then you have the course website. And if you need help, there's email, internet, address. And then this is the beginning. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is the beginning, the big idea. So this is going to tell you what this lesson is about. And you have a memory verse, Bible verse here. I'm not sure if this is the memory verse, but these are Bible verses. And I would read it here, and also I would reference back to the Bible also. For some reason, I like doing that because it kind of makes, just to make sure it's lining up with the Bible. Okay? You don't have to, but I do it. And the continuous lesson here is what you will do. These are stuff that you will do. And then this must be a little story. Actually, this is the story right here. This is just actually just information. And it's a pretty decent sized book. The print is, not too small, not too big. And it's easy reading. And here's the words you need to know for this lesson. So they give you 4. And then here are the memory verse. So yes, those 2 were the memory verse. So they're here again. So there you go. And you have some more information over here. And worship God faithfully journal. Joyful. Worship God faithfully and joyfully. Care for your body and use it in the right way. Okay, and this is still lesson 1, folks. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot to do in one day. And definitely I would break this up. This is still lesson 1. And the pictures are pretty nice. And still lesson 1. And it says, where am I building my life? Exploring the world of beliefs. And here you go. You have some questions. And we must be coming up to the end of the chapter. So these are some questions. And this is something that says different ways of viewing the world. And then you enter into chapter 2. So we're not going to go through all this. I'm just going to do a quick little flip through. Okay. I'm not going to flip through every page. So let's go in the back a little bit. A miracle of life before birth. We have a little reproductive stuff going on here. Not sure exactly how. I'm pretty sure it's not in detail. All right. Okay, so that is it for the textbook. Oh, and it tells you here, this is for young people ages 6 through 14. I wasn't sure if there was an age, a recommended age, but there is. So 6 through 14. But again, as an adult, you can still learn from this. All right. So that's that for the book. Now we're going to go into the notebook. So this coincides with the textbook. All righty. So on the first page, all right, just tells you this is your book. And it tells you you're the author, the editor, and the illustrator. So basically, it's like you're going to be writing your own book from the Bible. That's what I take it. Okay, so you have blank note-taking pages. Then you have where you write about the Think About It section that's in the textbook. This is where you write it. Then your words to know. This your memory verse, I believe. Make a note of it. Puzzles. Let's see. They have mini books. Prayers, praise report, I spy, living out loud, do you remember, and find out more. And these are a list of activities. And each lesson in Who is God contains a lot of information. All right, so here's a lesson plan here. And I'm gonna say, okay, day 1, they recommend you read page 15 through 19 and discuss it. journal, you take notes, do the think about it. Page 11, do shift and send, page 12. Then so for day 2, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm taking it that, no, I am not sure how they're breaking this up. As I stated, I would have to go through the book to find out. But again, this just gives you an idea of how to break up the lessons. So pretty much you could, it's flexible. And I guess this should take you at least 54 days to complete the entire book. All right, so here is the notebook. All right. So think about it. Sandy Hill down Rocky Canyon. And then this must be from the story. So it's going to ask you, who is Mr. Simon's... I cannot speak or read tonight. Okay, what is Mr. Simmons' occupation? What does an architect do? So you're still learning the word, but you're also learning, things about English and different things. So that's that page. And then here is where you could take your notes. Get enough space, and it's so pretty. All right, words to know, and there are the words printed already. And I would probably have the child rewrite the word and probably do a definition for the word. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do the definition. So, but again, I have to read the instruction. And here you have a puzzle that coincides with the lesson. Then you have hide it in my heart. Write your favorite translation of a verse below and memorize it. Okay. I really like this. 7 ways to build on the rock. This is very good critical thinking. It's going to have your kids use put on their thinking caps, and it's going to keep them engaged. So I'm just flipping through now. There's a lot of empty space. This is where you could draw something. Your child could draw something, or you if you like. And then a prayer. This is probably where you're going to write your own prayer. And then you have, oh my God, this is awesome. Praise report. That is awesome. I like that. Then I spy. Not sure what goes there. All right. Fish and the bowl. Here is an optical illusion and the fun way to create. Okay, so this is something you're going to write or draw. Instructions on page 225. So this is actually a great activity book. And each section, each day that you're doing this, you have an activity to complete. And you have some different books here for extra reading, and songs, and a website. National Institute of Environmental Health Science Optical Illusion page. All right. This must be going into, lesson 2. So here it says it right. It doesn't say it here, but this is lesson 2. It starts right here, lesson 2. And pretty much the same concept. So I'm not going to go through it. Different activity. Now you have this instead of the word search. And then you have your word list. There's a little bit more here. Oh no, this is the word list for the puzzle. Duh. All right. I love the prayer pages. Something about clasping your hands does it for me. I spy, praise report. With this praise report, it helps a child to reflect what God has done for them. All right. What is God like? Part 1. All right. So this is just, as I stated, there's just different activities in this book. And I hope you could get a clear picture of exactly what's in this book. And I love the pictures. They're like background pictures, but they still pop. Look. All right, so then you go to the back, and then you have the puzzle solutions in the back. And then you have extra activity. These are different activities that you can do. So there is a lot to do in these books, and fun activities. Fun. My son is 11 and he is going to enjoy this book. What people are saying about me in my book. And then there's extra pages in the back. And again, that is it. This is it for the flip through of Who is God, the textbook and the notebook. Hope you guys liked it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And join me again because I'll be doing several flip throughs because I have been purchasing a lot of books. And these flip throughs or just some of these videos of recommendations has helped me, and I want to help. I don't see a lot of flip throughs, so that is why I figure as a homeschool mom, I'm going to do it this way. You don't purchase something and then it's not to your liking because you had no clue what was in it. So I'm trying to help you guys. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Please stay safe and may God continue to bless. Bye.